The most important part of homemaking is not the schedules and the routines we keep. It's the relationships that we build with those who live in our homes. I'm coming to you as an older homemaker, and those cleaning schedules and routines and all that work you need to do, it's always going to be there. I know y'all have heard me cry and carry on about these kids growing up, but I have to tell you, one of the nicest things about them growing up and that they don't need me as much is that frees me up to spend more time with my husband, and we've been able to date again, and it's been just such a blessing. We're in Bufort, South Carolina, and we're headed to the beach. My husband requested some chicken salad to take with us to the beach. He said he was tired of eating turkey sandwiches. A lot of y'all probably already know this, but you can use your KitchenAid to chop up your chicken, and it makes it so much easier. such a fun time at the beach, and now it's time to head home, and I always hate to leave the beach. I'm so glad we're getting to spend this time together today, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you ladies. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer, and I make videos about faith, family, and homemaking. I've got a quick story that I'd like to share with y'all. If you've been around the channel for a while, you might remember that I've had some scary eye problems, and I even had a procedure for it about 1.5 years ago. Sometimes my eye just bleeds, and we really didn't know why. And it's scary, and it's such a random thing, and it's not a normal thing. And it produced a whole bunch of fears in me. Last week, Maggie and I were out for the day, and my eye just started bleeding, and it was scary. I was in the same town as my eye doctor, and we made a beeline for the doctor's office. I walked in the door and I said, I don't have an appointment, but my eye is bleeding. And they were able to get me in quickly, and I think we have finally gotten down to the cause of it. About 6 years ago, I had some plugs put in my tear ducts to help my dry eyes. Since my eye was bleeding and like a fresh wound, the doctor was able to find that I had a plug, not in the tear duct, but stuck in the tissue in a place that it should not be. And he was able to get it out. And it was such a relief to find out the cause of this. And it just reminded me of Romans 8:28. God is in all things working for the good of those who love him and have been called according to his purpose. And I've kind of changed my frame of mind lately. When something bad happens, I would rather not have happened to me. I just try to change my thinking to this. God is working it all together for my good, and I might not understand what's going on right now, but he does. When this happened, the Holy Spirit just took control because I didn't completely freak out. I just said, let's get to the doctor. And God was working that together because I was in the same town as my doctor, and my doctor's office was open, and they were able to see me right then. And I know that God had his hand on that. He was with me in that moment, and I'm so thankful. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Is there a time in your life that you can think of when things just seem bad, things seem scary, and you just didn't know what you were going to do? But then later you can look back and you can see how God was working. What a blessing, ladies. What a blessing. God never leaves your side. It's the next day, and we're going to be headed to downtown Savannah to spend the day together. I think I forgot to tell y'all that my husband is on vacation this week, and I've pretty much dropped everything in my homemaking world to just spend this week with him. And I'm finding that if that's something you can do, it is so good for your marriage. The only thing that I've been trying to keep up with is the laundry, because you know how laundry can spiral out of control if you turn your back on it for 1 second. Historic Savannah, Georgia, and we're headed to lunch at the Little Duck Diner. I've been there before with my daughter Maggie, but this is his first time getting to go. After we visited City Market, we headed to Mirabelle Cafe for a coffee. Lafayette Square was located right near the coffee shop. If you've never visited Savannah before, we have 22 squares that are sprinkled through the downtown area, and each one is like a small park. We're getting ready to leave downtown. Our lunch was okay. Usually I get the breakfast biscuit, but now since I'm trying to be gluten-free, I went with grits, and those were some of the strangest grits I've ever had. When we were over in Bufort, South Carolina, we visited a thrift store, and I wanted to show you what I got. These two picture frames were 50 cents each, and it's hard to find good, affordable picture frames. So everything here was $15, and this particular thrift store supported the veterans, which I think is just such a wonderful cause. I don't know if you know this, but Bufort, South Carolina is the home to Parris Island, which is where the new recruits go for basic training, and also the Marine Corps Air Station is located in Bufort. If you'd like to see another homemaking video from me, I'll have one for you right here on the screen. And until next time, happy homemaking.